So, folks, obviously, every single time Zohran Mamdani announces an initiative, conservatives have basically been saying, no you can't, you're gonna fail. Can't wait to see all of the failures that are you in just a handful of months. Keep in mind here that, frustratingly for conservatives, Zohran Mamdani, as a socialist, open socialist, in a position of pretty enormous power, has been able to rise to the occasion and get everything that he has promised done. And today that culminated in him giving a speech at a podium shaped like a bus. It's genuinely adorable. It's genuinely really adorable, guys. But yeah, he's making the buses faster, baby.
Good morning, everyone. It is an honor to be here with so many friends, partners, advocates, and community members, transit riders, and public servants. And also an incredible remix of Madonna's 4 Minutes. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are here in downtown Brooklyn to say something millions of New Yorkers have been waiting to hear. The next stop for New York City is better buses.
Hell yeah. We'll call them.
And I want to acknowledge
buses.
that we are here joined by a number of leaders at every level of government. We have our Governor, Kathy Hochul, who is joining us today. Our MTA Chair, Jano Lieber.
Oh yeah, Ensig, there's a building that within Manhattan that lost structural support integrity. It hasn't collapsed, but they're trying to do what they can to restabilize the building, and it was evacuated. It's scary. It's scary.
Our City Council Transportation Chair, Sean Abreu. As you've heard from our Deputy Mayor for Operations, Julia Curson. Our DOT Commissioner, Mike Flynn. Our NYPD Transportation Chief, Obi. And we have from Riders Alliance, Betsy Plum and Andrea Albayeros Abdullah. And I also want to acknowledge our Borough President of Manhattan, Brad Hoylman Siegel.
I want you also to note that when Zohran Mamdani is making these public appearances, I know it can seem kind of weird that like he's listing an awful lot of names. He's doing that in order to forge like alliances. That is him playing the political game by effectively saying, see all these people, they're associated with me. It's something that like he's doing to build long-term power. Because when you help people like that, when you remember them by name, they wind up remembering you when you need a favor, right? It's a big deal. He's playing this game extremely well.
Council members Alexa Aviles and Amanda Farias, and our Brooklyn Deputy Borough President Kim Council. Let's give them a round of applause.
Yeah, he's making sure that everyone is included and remembered, which is just like a nice thing to do, but it's also a very politically savvy thing to do.
It is such a pleasure to be here alongside all of them as we come together to make an announcement that speaks to a singular truth that every person who calls our city home knows. In New York City, time is money. And we are going to give New Yorkers some of that time back. 6 minutes, to be precise. So to illustrate what 6 minutes saved really means, I have decided to keep the rest of my speech to 6 minutes exactly. We're going to use this stopwatch to show that the clock starts now. Now, for decade after decade, the working people of our city who rely on the bus have had their precious time treated with disdain. New York's bus system carries more riders than America's next 4 largest bus systems combined. And those riders commute on the slowest buses in the nation, many of which crawl at an average of 5 miles per hour. Too many New Yorkers walk faster to the bus stop than the bus they finally get on actually travels. Too many lives are planned around delays and commutes. Too many communities have demanded better. A devoted 34th Street busway, a redesign.
Like, this is the shit that actually matters. If you can give people 6 more minutes in their day, 6 more minutes to snooze, 6 more minutes to relax, 6 more minutes of just raw time that they can do whatever the fuck they want with, like, that's huge. That adds up. And, like, he's doing it with a flair.
Design of Fordham Road in the Bronx, a rapid bus corridor down Flatbush Avenue. And yet, despite all of the work of so many that are here and even beyond this event, they have found that their voices have been ignored by those who can deliver change. That ends today. Our streets are public spaces. How we design them reflects who we believe they are for. Today, we make a decision that puts working New Yorkers first. Now, I am proud to stand alongside Governor Kathy Hochul this morning as we launch our bus action plan, Next Stop. This historic investment will make our buses faster and more reliable for millions of New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs. The Department of Transportation will work in partnership with the MTA to transform 50 priority bus routes citywide, some of which are currently the slowest in the city, many of which serve neighborhoods with few other transit options, and all of which deserve better. Now, here in Brooklyn, we will deliver the first of 5 rapid bus corridors by 2030 on Flatbush Avenue. Now, Flatbush Avenue is a corridor used by more than 130,000 riders every day, but slowed by some of the city's worst gridlock. The first phase of Flatbush is already underway and includes center-running bus lanes and new bus boarding islands.
Let's go!
Future phases of the project include fully separated bus lanes, stations with level boarding, and fast, frequent service guaranteed. Now, Flatbush is only the beginning. Northern Boulevard in Queens, 116th Street in Manhattan, White Plains Road in the Bronx, Utica and Church Avenues in Brooklyn, Victory Boulevard on Staten Island. These streets and dozens of other routes across the 5 boroughs will receive dedicated rapid service and infrastructure improvements that finally put riders first.
This is the kind of thing where, like, a lot of folks in, like, political establishment circles will look down their nose at this particular kind of politicking. But the reality is, oh no, what do you mean? People notice. What do you mean that people notice, like, the changes that impact their day-to-day lives, like the buses they ride? What do you mean people notice the things like, oh, you know, I can make it to the infrastructure that allows me to even get on the bus in the first place? Like, dog, that's hundreds of that. Like, when a system like that changes for the better, just that one line that he's talking about, 130,000 people per day experience that as a reality. When you are talking about the entire city, that's millions of people, folks, every day that engage with this transformed system that he is effectively stamping his name on and the names of anyone else who is helping him. It's a really, really big deal. He plays this game very well.
Part of that means changing how buses stop and start with transit signal priority, queue jumps, and yes, all-door boarding.
Hell yeah.
These improvements may sound technical, but they deliver change that is anything but. Less waiting, faster trips, and buses that arrive when they're supposed to. We are also making sure that bus lanes stay clear. By 2028, all 50 corridors will have automated camera enforcement because these lanes should do exactly what their name promises. They should be for buses. Now, we are not just improving our bus lanes, we are
honestly,
in all honesty,
I support that.
It is somewhat depressing to see Zohran's successes, because it is New Yorkers finally receiving the dignity they deserve.
Yeah, it's depressing insofar that it took so long to get here, and the changes are so necessary and so overdue.
Improving our buses too. The MTA will replace 40% of our aging fleet with 2,500 brand new vehicles.
Let's go.
Taken together, these investments will increase speeds along our 50 priority corridors by 20% on average. That means riders will save up to 6 minutes every trip, up to 12 minutes every commute.
That's a big deal. 12 minutes every day? It's an hour of your time every week.
I'm just going to check. We have 1 minute and 53 seconds left for me to hit this goal. Now, if you take the bus to work, that adds up fast. Within 6 months, you will have spent 24 fewer hours on the bus. By the time a year rolls around, you'll have saved more than 2 days of commuting time. That means breakfast with your family. It means having the time to argue balls and strikes at your kid's Little League game. It means getting home for bedtime. It means agreeing with your friends that Egypt were robbed yesterday. Above all, it means time returned to New Yorkers who don't have nearly enough of it. And as we do so, we are also ensuring that the time spent on our bus system is a little more pleasant. No longer will the majority of bus stops in New York City be a rusty pole and slab of concrete. That is not good enough. By the end of this year, we will install 100 new bus shelters citywide and 300 more by 2031.
Let's go.
We will add benches and leaning bars at 875 bus stops each year, with seating guaranteed at every single bus stop in the city by 2035.
Let's go.
And we will plant more trees around stops to provide shade and protection from the elements.
Hell yeah.
At every stop of this work, the working people who ride our buses every day will shape the decisions that we make. Input from street outreach and community workshops will be incorporated during the design and development phases. And even after construction is completed, we will continue to solicit feedback to make sure that each project is delivering exactly what we promised. Years from today, when we take measure of whether this plan succeeded, we will calculate it by how many New Yorkers get home earlier, by how many buses arrived when they were supposed to, by how many working people got some relief from the heat and the rain, and by how I can't even speak as fast as the savings that we're going to receive. Because what we're going to see is that New Yorkers will spend 6 fewer minutes on the bus and 6 more minutes living their lives.
I like that he fucked up his own challenge, but he still has the riz to be able to like save it.
Because I want a city where Christopher Leon Johnson has enough time to come and yell at a press conference. I don't want him to be stuck on the bus on the way to the press conference. That's the city I want. A city where you can heckle your public officials because the bus is running on time. And our streets should work like the working New Yorkers who use them.
Dog, he's so smooth. He's so smooth. He's incorporating his fucking haters into his speeches. He even knows the guy who shows up to hate him for his speeches by name. Are you fucking kidding me? Like the amount of riz is incredible.
Quickly and efficiently. With this bus action plan, we are taking a huge step towards a future where our buses run as fast as everything else in this city we love. One where every New Yorker's commute is defined by ease and dignity. Thank you. This is for Christopher. This is for every New Yorker who takes the bus. And this is for everyone who knows that a world-class city deserves world-class buses. Thank you so much.
God, he's so good at this. He's so good at this. But I will also say, you know, there's a lot of maneuvering right now, specifically from Zohran Mamdani, to position himself in the movement that he is building survives and moves forward and continues to flourish no matter what happens on the national level. It's really, really cool to see. It's really incredible. And the fact that he's actually delivering, he has actually approached all of this with a political, insight in order to move ahead and actually secure victory here. It's really cool. It's how, the intentionality of this entire campaign, and it's not even a campaign anymore, administration, it has been incredibly effective. And I have no doubt that he intends to move far beyond just being mayor of New York City. But we'll see. We'll see. But this is what people like Ben Shapiro or Michael Knowles or Tucker Carlson, this is the kind of person, your Glenn Becks, they're all terrified of him because he's a socialist who's doing the one thing that they cannot abide, which is delivering on campaign promises. Guys, the main counter argument that I grew up with to socialism my entire life was, well, it's a great idea on paper, but you can't actually do it when you put it into practice. That was the big argument, which is that it's a nice sounding idea, but it fails. I was taught that by my economics teachers. I took college level economics courses in high school. And let me tell you, there wasn't anything else that really backed that up. It was just taken as evident that, oh, well, socialism fails. It can't provide what it says on the tin. Well, when that narrative starts getting disproved, that is a huge danger to the establishment. It is a huge danger to corporations. It is a huge danger to our entire mode of economic production. Well, the longer that Zohran succeeds, the more other people are going to start wondering, hey, why can't we do that here too? And they're going to start finding out that there's no reason that the kind of society that Zohran Mamdani and his team are building in New York City, there is no reason you cannot build it right in your own backyard. All that being said, folks, if you got anything out of that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the dangers of fast and free buses, and also get organized, folks. Join your local Dems, join your local DSA. You can, in fact, create your very own version of Zohran Mamdani right in your own backyard. You just have to go out and politically organize to do it, all right? Join your local Dems, join your local DSA, kick out those corporate Dems that are taking money from big corporations, and get folks in to power within your local Democratic Party, within your local DSA, who are actually going to fight for working class people. We can help you do that. Join our Discord, reach out to Dragonfly for help with your local Dems, reach out to GamerG for help with your local DSA, and we can help you get organized. So folks, go do that. It's vitally important as we get closer and closer to these midterms and to the 2028 general. All that being said, folks, check out ImogeneOlivia.com, gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes, also tested with cis men, cis women, non-binary folks. It is comfortable, sexy lingerie that's non-tucking. Check it out, ImogeneOlivia.com. Link down in the doobly-doo. Let's keep on going.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube and swishy streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, being flame more. Your sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's